Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our watch along of Huddersfield Town v Stoke City in the Championship tonight. Looking forward to this one. The first game of round 29. Hopefully, you can come and enjoy the next couple of hours with us and with the chat. And hopefully, we get a good game. We got a 0-0 on Tuesday. It feels like we haven't had one for a while. But what are you going to do? Hey, what are you going to do? Please do hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to ask you many, many times tonight, but let's try and make this the best stream tonight. I'm sure there will be others, but if you hit that thumbs up button, hopefully it will push ours up the rankings. Let's say a few hellos to Serpent's Reign, some afternoon football. Well, it's very much evening where I am right now, Serpent's Reign. But good luck to you in Hollywood. And what do you say, Florida? I don't know. We'll turn that into Hollywood then. Evening, Ewan. Evening. Come on, you baggies. West Brom. There we go. How do I feel about Ed Sheeran sponsoring Ipswich? I think it's great. I love it. Dave, welcome. Andy, Grey Fox. HM, the Joker. Andy, brilliant news coming out of Darby. Rooney is staying, and so is Lawrence. Good. About time there's some good news there, Andy, for goodness sake. Mr. E, welcome. Ryan is isolating, so he's got nothing better to do than watch us. How many days have you got left, Ryan? Soul, up the Terriers. Mark, good evening, friends. Good evening to you, Mark. Stephen, a Stoke away watch along at last. Stephen can lend us his ear here. Mike, welcome as well. We got something to say thanks to Mike for soon, but I'll reveal all later on. Maybe down the line. But yes, exciting times there. Big up Ben, welcome Wolves FI. Speaking of Stephen, who's just saying hello, that's probably quite a good segue for me to go to fan sponsor because it is Stephen's son, Luca. Obviously, Stephen set it up for him. But Luca, well, he's going to be tuned in, hopefully, to us and hoping for a Stoke win tonight. Luca is our fan sponsor over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Please keep your comments coming in through the night. Most importantly, to begin with, do hit that thumbs up button. The more thumbs up we get, the higher we climb in those rankings. As you can see in the top corner there, we're sponsored as ever in a watch along by Betfair and Football 365. Loads of good stuff on Football 365 today. I would say that because I wrote most of it in terms of the championship content there. But do check it out. We've got the championship stat pack, which is kind of a numbers thing. And we pick out some fun stats and write around them. And then we've got the standard, the big weekend, which is a Football 365 staple over there. Been doing it for the Premier League for years, and now I do it for them for the championship. So do go and check that out. And our other partner there is obviously Betfair, not Football 365, Betfair. There we go. That was nearly a Sloydian frip, wasn't it? Betfair is our other sponsor. We'll be checking in with Betfair very, very soon before I get myself in lots of trouble. Easy mistake to make. Let's have a look at the teams. Let me know you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly, etc. I think we've got the odd little connectivity issue, but they look like Touchwood, like they've sold themselves there. Fingers crossed. Right, there are your teams. The upsides tonight. Huddersfield, a win. In fact, let's do that with the league table in front of us. Huddersfield with a win can go up into 5th above West Brom. Of course, this is all temporary. All these teams are going to be playing tomorrow and Sunday indeed. So Huddersfield can go on to 47 points, which does really put them in, again, however, temporarily, that remains to be seen. But if they link up 47, they are for that length of time in the automatic race, aren't they? Everyone may end up going 3 points clear. We'll find out. Stoke can jump up a good couple of places, actually. Can go above Luton and Coventry into 9th position, can Stoke with a victory. Here are your teams then. So Nichols in goal for Huddersfield. We think a back three of Turton, who is basically a right back. So he's nice and versatile there. Pearson and Lees. Excuse me. Remember, Huddersfield are good from attacking set plays, aren't they? So do keep an eye. This happened yesterday. There we go. It's not recurring. Keep your eye on Pearson and Lees on the attacking set plays. Thomas and Toffolo are the wing-backs. They have been excellent, those two. O'Brien and Hogg in central midfield. O'Brien may just be Huddersfield's best player. Mightn't he? Excellent in central midfield, O'Brien. Signed a new contract, though, so that's probably why there's been no one in for him in January. But keep an eye on that in the summer. Up top, Sinani and Karoma wide, and Danny Ward, who's in good form up front, isn't he? And he scored a hat-trick last time out. On the bench for the Tykes, Bila Kapic, Ruffles, Sarr, High, Russell, Holmes, and Jordan Rhodes. You can still find him. For Stoke in goal tonight, it's Jack Bonham again. They've tried various things there at Stoke, haven't they? In fact, didn't Adam Davies just go out from Stoke over to Sheffield United? So, yeah, he wasn't in the running there, was he? Harwood Bellis, Jagielka and Wilmot across the back. So 2 youngsters and an old stager in the middle there. Jagielka's obviously jumped from Darby to cover Suter, who's going to be out all season, we think. Timon and Philogene Bidas, we think are going to be wing-backs. So we'll keep an eye on the shape. But Michael O'Neill always plays a 3, doesn't he? Baker and Thompson, and it appears, if SofaScore are right, that Baker is the captain of Stoke, which is interesting because he only came in a couple of games ago, didn't he? SofaScore got Vrancic as a 10. I guess he'll roam, but he does like to sit more as an 8. He's literally wearing 8 as well. So we'll see how much he gets forward. To support, Tyrese Campbell and Stephen Fletcher up top. Looking at the bench for Stoke, some very good strength on the bench there. Look, fielding. So Allen, Klukas, Powell, Smith, Wright Phillips, and Brown. They are all arguably, I know some Stoke fans will argue with me about Klukas, they are all arguably Championship first team level players. And some of them, Powell, Allen, Wright Phillips has burst onto the scene, are every time. Alexa, off. Don't know what that was all about. And arguably very, very decent Championship first teamers. Let me know your thoughts on those 2 teams. As we said, if you can still see the league table there, Huddersfield win takes them up into 5th, and Stoke will move up into 9th above Coventry and Luton. Let's go to some comments, and then we are going to check in with Bet Fair before this one. What do we got in here? Jordan Hugel to Cardiff on loan. We'll see lots of stuff ticking over. Neil Harris in the Sky Studio must be after a job. Normally, a good indication. Am I going to do Derby Birmingham? I think we will do. Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend, but that's the plan as things stand. The plan can always change. This is England. Hey, Ben. Hey, chat. Come on, Stoke. Well, hello, everybody. And yes, I'm perfectly neutral in this. May the best team win, of course. Right, let's check in with our friends over at Betfair and see what they've got going on for this one tonight. In the straight match odds, Huddersfield 13-10, Stoke 21-10. So Huddersfield favourites and sort of a little bit of distance in there. The odds boosts are always good fun. What do I like there? I think I like the 4th one down. Can I highlight that? Can I see that? Danny Ward and Tyrese Campbell to have 2 or more shots on target. What do we got in the... Look, there's millions of options. There you go. That's always good fun. The goal scorer markets there tonight. Danny Ward is your favourite there. Fletcher, Sinani, Karoma, Campbell, Vrancic, Philogene, Bidas, Baker. heavily some Stoke players there, but the key there, a couple of Huddersfield players right at the top. So there you go. Head over to betfair.com if you want to add a little bit of spice to your evening. As ever, we would request that you please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org, 18 plus only, and only bet what you can afford. By the way, get your shouts in for the halftime topic. They've been obvious the last few times we've been on, haven't they, what the halftime topic should be. But hopefully we get one. I think Andy Carroll is in my head as the halftime topic. So unless anyone comes up with anything better, that is what I think we'll go with for the halftime topic. But do get your suggestions in. Chris Hogger's coming out like doing a little hop thing. I don't know whether that's a tradition or whatever, but there you go. Really rate Sorba Thomas. You're not alone, Ryan. Excellent player. Hello to Tom. Hello, Pamela in Kenya. Huddersfield are one of only 4 clubs to be league champions 3 years in a row. There you go. I was going to say name the others. He's done it for you. DJ, as an Albion fan, I genuinely do not think we will be in the top 6 at the end of the season, and neither do I want us to go up. I think we'll be slaughtered in the Premier League. Yeah, 2 years it took the Albion last time, didn't it? Evening, Daniel. Amine Bassi set to join us. I think because I've been a bad boy and I've got a bit behind with all the transfer stuff, we'll do a big roundup, a big show on Monday night as the window is closing. Evening, John. Evening, Peanuts. Thought Wright Phillips would have got a start tonight. I would have thought, James, he's just been taken out because he's young and they don't want to, blitz him and overplay him too quickly. That can be fatal. So probably sensible management. I suspect we'll see him at some point, especially if Stoke are not leading. Sam, Rooney turned down Everton. Yes, I did retweet about that. Yes, we can do a general Q&A if you want, guys, of course. Josh Madger to Rangers. Live stream on Monday. That would be the transfer window one, James. We'll see what we can do on Monday night. David, he's in and out. Well, welcome. Hello, goodbye, as the Beatles said. Alistair, welcome along as well. Please do, if you're joining, hit the like button. There is Michael O'Neill and Dean Holden and Rory Delap. Rory Delap with one ear in. I don't know who he's corresponding to. No need for walkie-talkies anymore, is there? Tulu from India, welcome. We're being watched all around the world. We are about to kick off in this one. We'll do a sweep of the teams very, very quickly, just ahead of kickoff. Quick reminder, I am watching on a TV feed, Sky Sports main event. And if you want to get lined up, we'll give you a timestamp as we go. If you're watching on Sky Go, Now TV, Smart TV, etc., you may be a little bit behind. So use the timestamps to link up. According to my notes, referee Ward tonight, it looks like him, although we did get the wrong name the other night. Anybody know what time? Is it 11 p.m. or again, Chris? It normally is, isn't it? Not confirmed yet. The players that choose to, and we respect those who do and those who don't, take the knee in protest at all forms of discrimination and in the hope of ongoing progress towards equality. And we have kicked off Stoke in green and black and Huddersfield in their standard blue and white home kit. Throw in to Stoke down the left, and we'll do a quick sweep around the teams as the ball is back with Bonham, who's laid it into central, deep central midfield position. So Huddersfield, Nichols, Turton, Pearson, Lees, Thomas Toffolo, O'Brien, Hogg, Karoma, Ward, Sinani up top. 4, Stoke, Bonham, Harwood, Bellis, Jagielka, Wilmot, Philogene, Bidas and Timon, Baker and Thompson, Vrancic, although he may well be an 8 rather than 10, Campbell and Fletcher. There we go, 11 p.m. And yeah, hopefully, Stephen says Sky are covering it. Maybe we'll dive in at about 7 or something and do a big roundup. Long clearance away. Just knocked down the line by Harwood Bellis. Fletcher chasing it. Stoke getting a bit of territory. Fletcher gives the thumb up to Harwood Bellis there. Do hit the thumbs up button. Hit like. We're also quite close to 20,500 subscribers. So do hit that subscribe button. It'd be lovely to get over that particular hump tonight. Sky tell us that these two sides are second and third ranked, or obviously Stoke a joint third, for goals in opening 15 minutes. I hope that bodes well after a 0-0 the other night. Evening, Nick. Welcome along. And Pleb 88 Smoggy. Yeah, very nice too. Right. Wilmot knocks it to Timon into Philogene Bidas, who does not appear to be playing wing back. We'll keep an eye on his position. He's down on my sheet at right wing back, so we'll figure out the shape that Stoke are playing. Michael O'Neill seems to be doing exactly the same. And I think he's about to change shape, actually. I think we might have two managers trying to play possum with each other here. And Michael O'Neill's just reacted there. So look out and see if we've got back fours in. Yeah, I think they're both playing games with each other now. It's quite good fun. Are we going to get 2-4-2-3-1s now, with both teams threatening to have played 3 at the back and both teams often playing 3 at the back? Karoma coming down the left-hand side and beating his man. Sticks it in with the left foot and Ward comes across the near post, headed it over the crossbar. Keep an eye on these team shapes. Actually, that gives us a good look. Well, that does look like a 3 at the back for Stoke, unless that's a full-back tucked in. Who is that on the back post? That is Timon. I wonder if both managers have gone to a back 4 here to try and, although I think it might have been Corberon that did it first, and to try and spook O'Neill. It does look like, just trying to get my head around this, Harwood Bellis is 24, Jagielka's 19, 16 is Wilmot. So is Wilmot playing right back for Stoke then? Referee Ward has pulled out his yellow card, by the way. We need to say thank you to Stefan. Yellow card coming out. Was that Timon? No, it was Thompson in central midfield. Who did he go through there, O'Brien? Yeah, not good tackle. Referee Ward pulls out the yellow card. Stefan, yeah, hi Ben, beautiful day here in California. Wondering if the Huddersfield defence will have defence or presence or play like they did in Reading. We will find out, won't we? Stefan, thank you so much for the super chat. Someone's trying to police my speech. It's pronounced Timon. Says who, Boulders? Says who? And what's the guaranteed way to keep me saying Timon? Just for the record, I don't believe that there's a specific pronunciation of any word in the English language. I believe in local dialect, and you can whistle if you're going to try and police my speech. Not having it. Bonham has got the ball at the back, and we're going to get a long kick. Well, that's his prerogative, isn't it? Hey? I'm sure if you go around the world, all the different dialects, lots of people will pronounce that name differently. And I believe there's a preferred pronunciation, not a correct pronunciation. So there we go. That's how I roll. Unless we get a universal language that everybody speaks, Karoma into the box, I just don't accept the premise that every human being on the planet should pronounce every word the same way or should be compelled to by others. Just not something I'm into. Right. Oh, damn, I just missed the time sync. Should have been at 6 p.m. there, shouldn't it? Karoma has started fairly well down the left-hand side. Couple of good runs by him in this opening 10 minutes. Knocked into Campbell. Can't quite control it. Huddersfield have had the territory for the last 2 to 3 minutes. Toffolo takes the throw. Lees to Pearson. Does look like Huddersfield are still operating with a back three. But I think Stoke are not operating with a back three. And I think Ben Wilmot's gone over to play at right back. Timon is playing left back. Jagielka and Harwood Bellis centre backs, which means Philogene Bidas is playing front left. Who's playing down the right then? Maybe Campbell's going to pull out there. We'll have a look. Michael O'Neill changing the habit of a lifetime here, maybe. Thoughts on the clappers inside some grounds? I don't mind. Each to their own, hey? Ward, edge of the box, slips as he hits the shot. And that one is knocked forward to Vrancic. Excellent first touch. Vrancic tries to draw a foul, very clearly kind of just stepping into his into the line of his man. He does not manage to pull that one off. We've just seen that shot from Ward. Ben on the water, hey? Getting too much of a reputation for the wine, hey? O'Brien to Karoma. Karoma to O'Brien again. Powers into the box. O'Brien hits the shot straight at Bonham. Huddersfield, I think, are the better side here, aren't they? Stoke not quite getting a foothold yet. Hate clappers. God gave us for a reason. Well, there you go. 500 tickets left for the game on Sunday. Excellent. Looks like it's going to be a big attendance for Derby Birmingham. Am I going? No, I'm not, Steve. No, I will be staying put. I should be watching on telly, though. Sven, missed the championship. No Super 6 bias. Sterile Disneyland ground. Constant time racing. There we go. Time sync. Oh, God, sorry, I haven't done it. I'll do one at 10 minutes. Was mooted to be a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Caught me out, Boulders. It did for sure. And I must remember to do the timestamp at 10 minutes. Sorry, I'm at 9:27. I'll do a proper one at 10. Except that I'll forget to do it, yeah. Please hit that thumbs up button, guys. As Nichols pings that one out to the side. The right-hand side, that is. Sinani tries to turn. Harwood Bellis rams down his throat. Right, let's give you a 3-second countdown to 10 minutes, and then you'll have your time sync, because I keep forgetting. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1, sync. There is 10 minutes up on the clock. Big boot down the ground by Bonham. And Huddersfield win it again. The Stoke are releasing the ball and just keeps coming back at the moment. They're not really much in this game as an attacking force. I'm not saying they're, being overrun. They haven't really conceded anything in the way of chances. But, yeah, just in terms of territory, in fact, let me have a look at the possession. Oh, it's only 52-48 in Huddersfield's favour. Yeah. SofaScore have caught up now. So, yeah, scratch what we said in the opening. I don't know whether Michael O'Neill changed after about 2 minutes. The camera went on him, and he clearly did do that. So I don't know whether he started with a 3 and then went to a 4, or he started with a 4. But that's what it is. So Wilmot's playing right back, Tim and left back, Jagielka, Harwood, Bellis, Baker and Thompson as a 2, with Campbell off wide, Philogene, Bidas, who was the one we couldn't quite position. Although when he came on in their last game, Stoke, not their last game, the last one I saw footage of against Fulham, I know they played Coventry in the week, he was coming in from that inside left position. Have Stoke ever played in green before? Strikes me as an odd colour choice for them. It's quite a nice kit, actually, though. I remember doing the kit reviews. Handful of times they've played in it. Michael O'Neill's got the coat to match as well. Throw in, Wilmot takes it. Wilmot, who scored that screamer of a goal against Preston a few, probably 6-8 weeks ago now, wasn't it? A nice shade of green, I must say. Here comes Campbell, Vrancic, Campbell. First sort of 4 out the pitch here by Stoke. And they've got men forward, actually, as well here. See if they can work this. Baker clips it in, looking for Fletcher at the back post. Pearson headed it away. This is the best sort of territory Stoke have had during the game, but now they're going to get counter-attacked. Sorba Thomas is going away down the right-hand side. Thompson goes across to cover. Thomas tries to curl that one in. And it's cleared away. Ooh, Philogene Bidas went in with a not nice looking tackle there. He might get a yellow card for that. Let's have a look at replay of that. Oof. Have they got it? I think, had he already given a handball or something against Harwood Bellis? Kind of came in from the side, a little bit stompy from the Villa low knee there. Not the best technical tackle you'll ever see. But the cards stay in the pocket. Apologies if you're getting any connectivity issues and I look a bit blurry. Hopefully it will come round. Very frustrating. Thomas then with the free kick from the right-hand side. He dummies, in fact. Sinani puts it in. Decent delivery, that. Headed away. Good headed clearance by Jagielka. O'Brien and Karoma with a hopeless shot there with the right foot. Nice to see good numbers here in the stream. Please hit that thumbs up button and keep that chat moving. Keep your opinion in as we go. My opinion is Huddersfield have edged it so far, but not really anyone burning the house down here. Ipswich scarf, is that a subtle hint to leave bias at the door? Okay, right. It's not a metaphor, no, I just thought I'd hang it in the background. But yes, it can be a metaphor, if you like. Oh, Campbell's running through the middle. Is he going to? Yes, he is going to pick that up. Philogene Bidas tries to engineer a shot on the right foot, gets it blocked. There's a Stoke player down in midfield, and he looks like he's hurt. Who is that? Is that Vrancic? He's holding his rib cage. I can't quite see the number or the player's face, so I can't tell you who it is. So we'll find out imminently. My prediction, because I'm an idiot, Ryan, I backed against Huddersfield again. And anyone who watches my shows will know that I've been wrong a million times about Huddersfield this season. I've been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Stephen Fletcher, who went up for the challenge, and I think it's just a full impact injury on the ribs there. The old warhorse, Stephen Fletcher. Hugh, keeping a close eye on Stoke's performance tonight. It seems we play them next week. Hugh's Wigan, isn't he? Excellent. We'll see what happens in terms of those cup games. What sort of coverage? I really enjoyed the last round of the cup. I haven't enjoyed it that much in years. Silver Thomas, great example. Good players in the non-league. Yep, they're not all Silver Thomas, are they? But they are there to be found, and if given a chance, Silver Thomas is now, well, you tell me how much he's worth. Yeah. Sean, thank you, sir. I'll drink to that. £5 super sticker. Most kind, sir. Fletcher looks back and healthy. Oh, 16:32 on the clock. Toffolo is going to take the throw in from the left. Even game thus far. Or is that a polite way of me saying not a lot happening so far? Ward touches it around the corner. Karoma, he's been lively, hasn't he? Toffel over the reverse ball, easily cut out by Wilmot. That's a foul by Karoma. Plymouth, the only green shirt team in the league. Is that right? No other green shirts? Might be right, Sven. Huddersfield have started well. They look solid. Yeah, I agree. They're the better side, aren't they, Chris? Fletcher must be 36. We can probably give you a number on that. Ewan. He's been around years. Did O'Brien get fouled again there? It's Vrancic this time that fouls O'Brien. Definitely started with a good intensity, haven't they, Huddersfield? But Stoke are like that under O'Neill, though, aren't they? They can sit in there and absorb. 34, Stephen Fletcher. 34 years old. Welcome, Kieran. Is the Birmingham campaign dying down? No, not at all. I think, and it's annoying, actually. Well, it's not annoying because it's Shaylee's mum's birthday, but I won't be covering that game where the protest will be at its biggest Friday week. Week today. Here's Philogene Bidas into the box. He looks a tricky customer. Oh, a lovely ball. Good hit by Vrancic. Great football by the two of them there. Philogene Bidas, when he gets in that box, he looks like he's going to win loads of penalties at this level. Very quick feet there. It's a great pass by the Villaloni as well. Really good hit by Vrancic. Hits it early with the outside of his foot. It's a fairly routine save, but good football from the two of them. For them to be generating a shot at goal like that and tipping it over the bar, really good work. Yeovil are green, yes indeed. Preston have a green and yellow away kit. Forest Green Rovers. There you go. Corner, Stoke swung in. Jagielka was there. I don't know who had their arms around who then. Toffolo around Jagielka or vice versa. Stoke coming into it there. We're going to get a super slow-mo of Vrancic's shot. It is down his throat. Do you know what? If he got more slice on that one, that's going to be a real hard one to save, isn't it? There we go. Plymouth and Forest Green. Up Forest Green up the top of that league. Karoma, oh, that's a good tackle. And Karoma has caught Taylor Harwood-Bellis as well. Referee Ward is trying to calm everything down. I understand if Taylor Harwood-Bellis is hurt, but you don't judge a tackle on the injury. That's not how it works. Referee Ward is having a good think about it. We haven't seen a replay yet. Karoma is not walking away like he's about to be red carded. In fact, there's going to be no card at all. Let's have a look here. Oh, dear. Oh, well, he would have been red carded if there'd been VAR there. Yeah, that's, oh, dear. There you go. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, everyone. No card there. We can only assume that referee Ward didn't see that clearly because we all know what would have happened if there'd been VAR on that. And Karoma would have been red carded within about 5 seconds of the referee looking at the screen. Wouldn't he? So there you go. Put that one in your books. 20 minutes. Karoma, yeah, knee-high studs there into the leg, and we know what the VAR would have done, wouldn't we? Ouch. Evening, Wayne. Celtic. Yeah, beautiful shirt, that one. Can't judge the tackle on the injury unless you're Arsenal. Oh, dear. Yeah. VAR would have had a field day with that one, wouldn't they? I laugh. Oh, dear. It's not a good one, is it? Of course, there's no malice in it, but you know that gets red carded in the Premier League, don't you? And I can only think, Sven's taken the words right out of my mouth. Not even the yellow indicates he didn't see it. Yeah, I don't think he's seen that, has he? Well, certainly not clearly. He probably just sees it as a collision. So they're not superhuman, but this is the problem that we discuss a lot. When you have the VAR one tier higher and you know that definitely would have been a red card, that's where the comparisons are made, aren't they? And we don't have it here. So there we go. That doesn't deserve a red card. What? Can you explain, HM, quoting the laws, why that doesn't deserve a red card? We're looking for excessive force and endangering an opponent, please. Don't talk to me about other decisions. Talk to me about that decision and why that one doesn't or does not. And if you're saying does not, you need to quote the law there. I'm not interested in something that happened last week. That has no relevance to this whatsoever. Oh, does. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I'll calm down there. Genuinely surprised some players don't wear some sort of knee pads. I know what you mean. Yeah, I think there's a word missing out. There you go. I've calmed down. It's a red card, isn't it? I don't want to go down all day long road, hey? In comes the corner. Headed away. O'Brien clips that into the back post. Headed away by Jagielka, and Vrancic flicks it on. I think we just have to assume that referee Ward didn't see that. And I think we would surely all agree that if that was a Premier League game and that got VAR, the red card comes straight out. Driven across to the back post. Here is Karoma. And Karoma hits the shot. It's blocked. There you go, Dave. Karoma to score first now. Absolutely. How was that not a red? Well, we can only assume that the ref didn't see it or didn't see it clearly. If only we had a video referral system to help them, hey? Here is Pearson at the back. Yeah, I can see a few comments coming up comparing it with other decisions. I don't really think... I think we take the incident in isolation. Remember, that's a different human being in a different stadium, in a different game. Take this in isolation and just say, should it have been a red card or not? I don't know how that informs this tackle by mentioning another one that might have got one that didn't, because that one could have been a mistake as well. It doesn't prove the rule, does it? If you know what I mean. It's a bit inconsistent. Well, yes, it always has been, and it always will be. Well, there's any amount of subjectivity to it, it'll always be inconsistent, won't it? Here is Pearson. Big boot down the ground by him. Headed away by Wilmot. O'Brien. Karoma. Toffolo. Nice narrow position. Tried to feed it into Ward. Wilmot across and cut it out. Oh, nearly given away by Stoke playing out from the back there. Thompson, nice one through the lines. Given away by Philogene Bidas. Just gets robbed on the ball. Probably a bit unfair of me to say given away. Oh, he's had a bad 30 seconds then. Takes his eye off the ball and drags it out. Why isn't VAR in all leagues? Yeah, money, I think so. Should have been a red that. Yeah, it should, shouldn't it? In VAR land, I think we need to add there. And if the referee sees it, can forgive anyone making a mistake or not seeing something. And unfortunately, the reference point now is if that did go to the screen, would he have sent him off? Yeah, he probably would have. Wouldn't he? Here's Karoma. And Karoma hits the shot. And Karoma, the guy who probably should have just been sent off, of course, has given Huddersfield the lead. Can you imagine it? It takes a deflection. Karoma in off the left-hand side. Stoke are going to be furious. Michael O'Neill's going to be furious. And, of course, Karoma gives Huddersfield the lead on 26 minutes. Huddersfield 1. Stoke 0. It was Thomas down the right. He puts the cross in left-footed. Headed clear. O'Brien takes it down. Karoma does well to adjust his feet, and Wilmot just dangles a leg out. And it just loops up over the keeper there. And Stoke are going to think they're double unlucky there. Okay, a deflection's not always bad luck. It can be bad defending. I'm not suggesting it is in that instance. But perhaps the identity... Oh, here comes Campbell across the near post. It's going to be a penalty. Surely there's going to be a penalty there. Tyrese Campbell's gone down. And referee Ward has not given that. Let's have a look. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, no, he's having a nightmare. Oh, dear. I need to see that back. That looked like the most obvious penalty I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry to Stoke fans. I'm laughing, but they're going to be absolutely furious with this. I've seen one replay, and it's done nothing to change my mind. It looked like Campbell knocked it away and just got completely cleared out in the area there. And I don't really know. Because if he's not been fouled, he's either fallen over or he's dived. If he's dived, book him. And if he's fallen over, I'm not quite sure how. I'll keep my powder dry, but my first instinct in real time was penalty. My second instinct in on the replay was, have I seen that right? Has he really missed that badly? We'll have a look in a minute, but yeah, the ball's just gone dead. Right, here we go. So Campbell gets the touch. I really don't want to beat up on refs, but that is such a bad decision. It's not even funny. And the defender there, is it Tom Lees? He knows it's a penalty as well. You can see in his face. Oh, dear, that's... And I'm the last guy to have a go at refs. They've got a horrible, horrible job. You can forgive the red card one. That happens in a flash. Boom, bang. But you can't forgive that penalty, can you? Oh, dear. Look, you get your thoughts in it. I've surely said too much already, but I think Stoke have been a little bit unlucky in this game, I have to say. Huddersfield would have gone down to 10 if we'd had VAR, and they should have had a penalty, shouldn't they? Am I wrong, guys? Someone tell me I'm wrong. Surely that is like the most nailed-on penalty. I know Campbell touches the ball and it goes off, but he's been cleaned out. So the argument is he can't control the ball because he's been knocked off by a foul tackle in the middle of the box. So, yes. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0, everybody. Goodness me. Here is O'Brien. O'Brien to Ward, edge of the box. Ward curls the shot for. I thought Huddersfield were going to go 2-0 up then. That would have just rubbed salt into the wound, wouldn't it? Deary me. Well, let's all stay calm about it then. Playing against 12 men, perhaps. If he gives the pen, is it a red card also? No, I don't think so, Claire. I don't think it was either serious foul play or denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. But, hey, there's a foul by Turton this time down the side. Dear oh me. There you go, Sol. Good balanced view from you. Well done. As a Huddersfield fan, this ref is shocking. Hey, Sol, take it. It will go against you in a few weeks. You know it will, matey. Deary me. Lots of wows. I think this ref will have a week off next weekend. Should it not be a corner? I didn't even look. It looked like it came off Campbell last, possibly, but yes. GMT, the only thing which makes me all right about the penalties is that Stoke don't score penalties anyway. This is as bad a refereeing display as I've seen this season. We're only half an hour in. Yeah. You know me, Chris. I try and be as sympathetic to the refs as I can. Oh, here's Ferjani Bidas. He's won it high up the pitch. Ferjani Bidas, 1-on-1. He's got Fletcher up with him. He hits the shot. Oh, he should have played it through to Fletcher. It's tipped around the post. Corner there. It's poor from Huddersfield, and Ferjani Bidas does well to nick that. He just needs to release that to Fletcher, and it's a real clear chance. He saw the headlines then. Yeah, I have less opportunity to forgive him for that penalty call, but yeah, dearie me. Stoke fans may as well go home now for their sanity. Stoke fans, I'm laughing. I'm sorry. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. And I don't want people getting cross and angry. Stoke have been very unlucky with 2 refereeing calls in this game so far. Very, very poor show, I have to say. Another corner to Stoke, who I think every neutral probably wants to equalise. Headed clear. Jack, not watching, just seeing pelters towards the ref. How bad is it? Well, Jack, there was a red card challenge, and my position was if there'd been VAR, he would have gone, and the ref probably didn't see it. Oh, I've just seen a super slow-mo. It's a terrible tackle. Then the player who should have been red carded scores a deflected goal. And then Stoke have probably one of the most obvious penalties you'll ever see, really. Goodness me. Problem is, it isn't this game. It's most weeks. Yeah, they need some help, don't we? I've had it with these incompetent refs. Not been good today. Not been good at all. Cue a yellow card for Lee Nichols. Time wasting. That's where the subjective opinion matters. Does he only get to the ball to get tackled, or is it a proper foul? I don't think it matters, does it? It's either a foul or it isn't, I guess. And look, if he can't get to the ball first, then he's... the truth is, he's been cleaned out in the box. Whether he gets there to be fouled or not, it is a foul, isn't it? So... I mean, it's fun to debate it, but it doesn't feel like there's too much debate. But of course, Sven's right. It is. I'm always the one banging the drum saying, look, it's subjective. It's clearly subjective. Someone can see it and decide that it's not a foul, can't they? So there's the subjectivity. Standard week in the EFL. Well, there you go. Here is Wilmot. Wilmot to Campbell, who we think was fouled in the box. Campbell goes down the right-hand side. Swung in by Wilmot. He's overhit that cross. Nichols grabs it. Huddersfield 1. Stoke 0. O'Brien. Lovely little surge by O'Brien past Tyrese Campbell, who's a good player. Maybe not a defender, judging by that little exchange. Put it this way, Stoke fans, after half-time, you're getting every decision when the ref fights. Always that may be true. Yeah, John's right, actually. The next thing there's anything like a foul on a Stoke player in the box, they're getting a pen, aren't they? That's the most clear-cut penalty I've seen in years. It wasn't a good call, was it? I don't think. Here is Turton. Boots it down the line for Sorba Thomas to chase. Bonham comes out. Didn't look at all comfortable on his left foot there. And just swipes it in the crowd. I think he's saying to his to Jagielka there, look, I've got to come out and deal with that. Better there than coming down the wing. Fouled by Ferjani Bidas, who looks very talented, but he might frustrate as he gets his act together. From a Fulham fan, sounds like the ref is a Huddersfield fan. Well, yeah, I never agree with conspiracies, and I know Wayne's only joking, It's normally just they're just having a really bad day, and he's had 2 big calls to make, and I think he's crapped the bed on both of them, hasn't he? Oh dear, that's a completely silly corner there conceded by Wilmot. He just got his bearings all wrong there. Sven, only saying I hate the trend players. Oh, we all do, Sven. We all do. I don't think that was the exception, though, was it? These poor refereeing decisions could cost teams points at the end of the season. Cost teams points tonight, I think. Silver Thomas is going to take the corner here for Huddersfield. Huddersfield 1. Referee Ward still identified as a referee then. Here comes one of these clever Huddersfield set plays, and it goes to the back post. Oh, it's gone loose. Big chance here. Oh, it's blocked out. Oh, there's a penalty called down the other end there. That would have been controversial if we'd given that. It went loose, and who was it on the back stick there? It might have been Karoma. I think possibly went over the keeper there. Lovely first touch by Thomas there. Thomas. Brilliant play by Silver. Thomas crosses it in low. Ward. Good chance again. Ward looks away as if to say, should have hit the target there. I still haven't seen that penalty call back. It's a brilliant bit of play by Silver Thomas. That lovely touch. Goes in on his right foot, crosses. To be fair there, Jagielka's probably covering that enough on the near post. Let's have a look at this penalty call down the other end. Who is it? Don't think so. It's Bonham and Karoma. No, that's not a penalty for me. Bonham goes down in good faith after trying to get the ball, and basically Karoma just sort of runs over the top of him. Worth. Controversial, but we do need VAR. Thomas, that's not controversial. I've been saying that for a long while. You watched Huddersfield get a bit of a soft pen before halftime to top up. That was the exam. That was the opportunity, wasn't it? Sam, crazy the turnaround in Huddersfield's fortunes. Yeah, I still haven't got with the program on that. And here, thrilling game so far. Couple of interesting, I won't say refereeing decisions, non-refereeing decisions. Poor old referee Ward is not having a very good night. And here is all I'll say. And the Stoke fans aren't having a very good night as a result, I don't think. Free kick now to Huddersfield. I want Stoke to equalise. I feel they've been robbed. We 100% need VAR. They need some help, don't they? Hey. Stephen, I don't necessarily agree it disproportionately affects the top 3 or 4 teams. We'd have to have a very good bit of research into that. And Toffolo's gone down in the box, and that's gone the other way. And we'd have to line it up with the amount of decisions that this is. And I've always thought this: does it line up with the amount they attack and have the ball, as opposed to teams down the bottom? To be fair to referee Ward, must be difficult when his son's playing up front for Huddersfield. There you go. Just in a still pick of the red card offence. Yeah, I know what you mean, Boulders. I guess, and look, I know I use still pictures a lot to illustrate stuff, but we can't always tell a still picture for a foul. But all the moving pictures I saw were pretty incriminating, I have to say. You have a case. Yeah, I agree, Stephen. Refs can see for themselves on the monitors. I mean, it just wouldn't take long, would it? Even with the most basic tech in a Sky TV game, would it be that hard? I mean, look, we all saw it first time. Would it be that hard for someone to quickly buzz the ref and say, don't give a decision on that yet, come and look at the screen? It wouldn't be that hard on either of those. And I think he sends off Karoma. Nothing against Karoma. He just came in late for a tackle. I'm not saying he went out to hurt him. He didn't. Just mistimed it, didn't he? But that can be dangerous, can't it? And he probably would have given them the pen as well, wouldn't he? So Although, just by true chaos theory, obviously, if he'd given the red card, the penalty wouldn't have happened because we would be living a different existence if that had been the case. But that's me being silly now, isn't it? Toffolo, Ward down the left, 41 gone. Seem to have spent the last 15 minutes talking about refereeing or lack of therein. Poor old referee Ward. Well, Sam, fair point. If they go to the screen and get that wrong, then I am with you guys. Get them a different job. This is not going to work out for him, is it? Oh, O'Brien nearly sneaks in there. Harwood Bellis with a really good bit of athleticism. Now, here comes Baker. There's a turnover now, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on 4. Campbell down the right wing. Campbell into the box. Campbell tries to clip in the cross. And all the neutrals wanted a Stoke player to get on the end of that one, didn't they? Don't start talking. Oh, no. It makes your head explode after about 3 seconds, Stephen, doesn't it? Fourth official should sub the ref. There we go. The green shirt's putting referee Ward off. Oh, referee Ward. I don't even want to look at Twitter. I bet he's getting... And of course, I don't agree with the abuse that they get. I think it's reasonable enough and firm enough to say that they were two questionable decisions, weren't they? That probably should have been very different. But there we go. Very existential. I watched too much Red Dwarf in my youth, Jeff, didn't I? Hey? Keep your comments coming in, guys. Sorry, it's hard to get off the refereeing topic, especially when the player that scored the goal was... Someone said it in the chat that it would happen, didn't they? Especially when the player who would have been sent off obviously then goes and scores the goal. And there you go. There's our existential wormhole chaos theory. Yeah, the goal and the penalty definitely wouldn't. The penalty was after the goal, wasn't it? Yeah. Deary me. There you go, Smoggy. Every cloud, hey? If Huddersfield beat us to the playoffs by 3 points, we can... Well done. Look, they're here. We found a Middlesbrough fan with a sense of humour about it. Well done, Smoggy. I'm going to put that back up. We've had so many grumpy Middlesbrough fans we interacted with recently. Well done for seeing the amusing side. Here is Campbell. Campbell down the right. Little feed into Baker. Nice ball from Baker out to Wilmot. Deflected. The goal deflected enough Wilmot. Wilmot's giving it away. Tries to find Campbell. Do you think the 2-1 you predicted the other day was still... Oh, Sam, my predictions are dreadful, aren't they? Cannot beat a bit of dwarf. Michelle and I said we might re-watch that, actually. Referee Ward has got his yellow card out, everybody. And he's brandished it in the way of Ben Wilmot. Did he get this one right? Come on, let's see if he did. Yes, he did. A clear pull on the shirt there from Wilmot. So we can give him a pass on that one. We cannot be pulling shirts. But yes. Don't worry, I've not forgotten the other two decisions. Yes, right. Schmidt. He does have cards. Yes, he does, Serpent's Reign. He brought one out for Jordan Thompson earlier in the game as well. Booted clear by a Bonham. Should give himself a yellow card. Yes. I think his boss might be giving him a yellow card tomorrow. Look, it's hard, isn't it? We all make mistakes in life. He'll find out. He'll probably get shown that, won't he? I don't know. I mean, they tell us they don't look. But surely he'll get told at halftime that he's dropped an absolute clanger there. Can't say we pay the rest. We've got no money. Fair enough. I don't think anyone's got any conspiracy theories other than he's had a bit of a bad night. Speaking of Red Dwarf, I woke up one morning and found Danny John. Really? Martin, you can tell us that story later in the game. Awesome. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Referee roared. Where is this conversation going? Michael O'Neill's in his ear, actually. I suspect he's going to have a word at half time. And it's his right to have a word, isn't it? Michael O'Neill will be aware. They'll have an iPad or he'll have been told somehow Rory Delap's got his earpiece in. They'll know, won't they? Here is Harwood Bellis at the back. A rare looking back four here for Stoke tonight. How long till Ipswich return to the Premier League? Hopefully in my lifetime, Toby. Hey? The cat would be good in goal. Absolutely. Would you like to interview Darren Bent on the channel? I'd love to, Plucky. Do you know him? Here is Philogene Bidas down the left, who looks a player. He's just got to string it all together, hasn't he? Holden might just punch the ref. Keep an eye on Dino at half-time. Here is Philogene Bidas again. Vrancic, who they haven't really gotten the ball enough, have they? Player of his quality. Wilmot crosses in. Campbell tries to sort of force the first time shot in there, and it's straight at Nichols. And I think we have reached half-time. And referee Ward is probably about to be spoken to by a lot of Stoke City players. I assume they've all been fed back about those decisions. Thompson's having a word. And unfortunately, we're not going to be talking about Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. The camera is following referee Ward off the pitch. Look, yeah, I can see Michael O'Neill's waiting for him. We don't want to see anyone fail in life. It's not nice. It's not comfortable. But the poor guy has had a really bad first half there, referee Ward. Huddersfield lead 1-0. Let's just see if they cut the camera. The Sky feed there stopped just as he was going into the tunnel where Michael O'Neill was waiting for him. So, look, I have sympathy for referees. They do their best. They sometimes get it wrong. When they get it wrong, you don't want it to be too impactful and affect what's happening in the game too much. But it's been a bad one in the first half for referee Ward, hasn't it? It's Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. By the way, none of this is Huddersfield's fault. They've turned up and played, and they've just got a little bit lucky with a couple of decisions. It's not a dig at Huddersfield. I don't believe in conspiracy theories or referee biases. I just think he's been really bad. Poor fella. And he's about to find out at half-time, isn't he? There are your numbers. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. 49-51 on the possession in Stoke's favour. 9 shots to 7. 4 each on target. That surprised me. I thought Huddersfield were going to be a bit more dominant in the stats than that. 3 corners to 2 in Stoke's favour. 1 big chance to 0. I suspect that will be the Danny Ward one. Big chance. That's a sofa score definition. The goal came on 27 minutes from Josh Karoma via a deflection. As things stand, Huddersfield will go up to 5th. We've got to take into account the dodgy penalty we're expecting Stoke to get as a make-up call in the second half, I think. But yeah, Stoke, as things stand, will stay on 38 points in 11th with Blades, North End, Blackpool all ready to strike behind them. Let's go to some Q&A. I want to talk for a little hot minute about Andy Carroll as well, but we can do some Q&A now. Just in the Karoma challenge. It's not one of those ones, Jack, where he's deliberately, gone in, slammed the guy, and it's just dangerous and reckless and silly. But it's mistimed to the extent that it endangers the player enough for it to be a red card. And I think every one of us watching knows if that was in the Premier League and the VAR even clicked up, we know exactly what's going to happen, and it would have been a red, wouldn't it? Do I prefer a back 3 or a back 4? Thomas, totally depends who's playing it, doesn't it? And the philosophy of said manager and said players, of course. Kenny, this would be 5 losses in 6 for Stoke. Playoffs gone for them, Ben. Doesn't help, does it? And there are other people in the chase. I'm thinking Middlesbrough and Forest that have got to keep up with. So certainly does not help. Sky, your total falls. No, that would have been good TV. They'll have the footage, John. I suspect they might play it in the next segment on Sky. Man of the match at halftime, referee Ward. There you go. Given that the ref has had a couple of howlers, do you think it'd be worse for him to try and level it up? Probably, Stephen. Probably, if it gets in his head and then he tries to level it up and makes another silly decision. He's honestly, it's weird to say, given he has had a really bad first half. He's got to just try and call the second half as he sees it. Else, like you've said, he's going to really fall over himself overthinking it, wasn't he? Considering I've got... Well, there you go. John, you always beat me in the predictor, wouldn't you? Refereeing is getting worse. Referee game against Bristol City was shocking. I mean, really bad. So, we're both linesmen. Huddersfield on track to record only the second win over Stoke since 1990. I've heard it's a bit of a bogey team here. Huddersfield have edged that half, but have had more than a little good fortune. Yeah, you're telling me. What else have we got here? It was just mistimed. I agree with all. It should have been a red card, shouldn't it? But there we go. Ben, how many Fulham scored against Blackpool? I think I had 3-1 Fulham in that one. Right, I'm going to get another look at these because I haven't seen them for a while. Michelle Owen is just talking to Joby McAnuff. I think I called it in real time, didn't I? The Koroma tackle? Or did I need a replay? No, maybe I did need a replay. Oh, dear. Harwood Bellis is quite lucky there, actually, isn't he? And, I don't want to pile in on Josh Koroma. He's clearly trying to play the ball, but he clearly also endangers the opponent. Oh, he's so lucky that his leg is not firmly planted there, isn't he, Harwood Bellis? And it's just impact. I don't know why I'm keeping watching this. He just goes through and plays the ball. I think if he's got his foot planted firmly down, you would not want to be watching that replay. Put it that way. That is broken leg set and a horrible one that high up as well. Ugh. Perish the thought, dearie me. Championship signing of the season. Sam, we're going to get there in one sec. Let me just have a look at the goal again. Did Wilmot do anything wrong in this goal? He backs off a little. It's not great defending, is it? Wilmot knows he gives it the old drat. It's a bit of a lazy leg after that, isn't it? He's almost better off letting that shot go purely and then keeper can read it. I say it's a lazy leg. I'm probably being unfair, actually. It does. His foot is just coming away and it just clips it and goes over, doesn't it? Come on, Michelle. Show us the penalty call. I want to see that one more time. Right, here we go. And in real time, I thought this was a penalty, and the replays even more so. Yeah, it's a penalty, isn't it? I suppose the only potential, tiniest get out is that the ball does spring away. But then, as I said, if a player can't control the ball because someone's going through them, then don't be... And referee Hackett as well on the Seen Him Given postcards. I should remember his words. Always says, don't get sidetracked by the ball. The ball's never really relevant in these type of things. And yeah, I think we've said enough. Hopefully, we can move on to the second half. Go on, get your shouts in. That was a good question from Sam. Championship signing of the season. I'm trying to think who that might be. Sorry, I'm so busy worrying about referee and stuff that I'm not thinking about the question. If I bring a table up, I'm sure some signings that I want to think about might come up. QPR. Willett was last season, wasn't he? Signing of the season, off the top of my head, Jed Spence on loan from Middlesbrough to Forest. There you go. Throw that one in the mix. How would Newcastle get their FFP in order if they're relegated next season? Well, first of all, their 3 years would have 2 years of Premier League numbers in and good Premier League numbers as well at the higher rate. Secondly, they would have a year one parachute payment as well, 45 quid. So 45 million quid, probably even be more once the TV money goes up as a percentage, wouldn't it? So if Newcastle did come down, they probably wouldn't have issues, I wouldn't have thought, until year 3. Because it's a rolling 3 years. And I don't know exactly, I'm talking myself in circles here, but I assume you start from go, don't you? I know I was just saying previous 2 years under Premier League numbers, but surely if you move from the Premier League to the EFL, you start from scratch, don't you? And 13 million quid losses a year for 3 years. So you basically get 3 years grace. In that regard. Any questions in the chat? Thoughts on Huddersfield playoff chances? Could West Brom somehow fall out? Well, West Brom could not even somehow fall out. We know, Kenny, how they're going to fall out is by not scoring enough goals or, whether Andy Carroll changes that at all. I don't know. Huddersfield's playoff chances? They keep proving me wrong. I thought they'd be in 20. I predicted them to finish 23rd. They're miles outdoing my prediction. I still think perhaps in terms of strength and resources, maybe Forest and Middlesbrough, certainly West Brom with the parachute payment, have got an edge. But they're doing brilliantly, Huddersfield, aren't they? So, Stefan, Huddersfield getting breaks from the ref. Now, I know this might be magical 2022. There you go. Lee, as a Stoke supporter, this has been so frustrating. We feel your pain, my friend. That's one of them that looks far worse slowed down. They all do, don't they? They all do. Any other questions? Oh, Nat, don't ask that. Birmingham fans he's specified for League One. Birmingham fans aren't too keen on WhiteHartDane, I don't think. But there we go. Any other questions? Speaking of ill-timed tackles, did I watch Ecuador-Brazil? Chris, I can't be as knowledgeable as you, my friend. I did not see that. Carroll, improvement on Hugo, but not exactly built for high-speed press and football. Agreed on all counts there. I think unless we beat Millwall, the manager is gone. We will see. I would normally say should be fine. However, Dean's biggest failure is that he thinks he's better than he is. So sadly, he'll probably think he'll be brilliant in League One. There you go. Jimmy Dunn. Yeah, Jimmy Dunn's been very good, hasn't he? Harry Wilson. Yeah, I mean, Harry Wilson's one of those one where it's guaranteed quality. And to be honest, to Fulham, how they structured the deal was very clever as well. I know a lot of other fans didn't like it, but yes, indeed. Jed Spence, I think, is a good one as well. Alfonso, update from inside. Decent showing from town so far. O'Brien is on fire tonight. There we go. No mention of the refereeing goals for once. Are they getting rid of parachute payments? Hopefully. Although, remember, we've discussed this a million times. Solving the disparity in wealth distribution in English football would not be done by removing parachute payments. All that does is moves the cliff edge just back up 3 places, doesn't it? So I'm not suggesting you remove parachute payments and everything's hunky-dory. There needs to be a whole much clearer redistribution that goes like that. Even like that would be better, just not like that, like it goes at the moment. But yeah, they need to come up with something else, but it's going to be a little while yet. Stop showing me, Sky, this awful tackle that nearly broke Taylor Harwood-Bellis's leg there. Not good. Not good indeed. Are you looking forward to the Nat versus Ben Darby tomorrow, Nat? Best of luck. I hope you lose. But that's where we need Mick McCarthy back. He always used to win at Hillsborough, didn't he? Coca-Cola Championship versus Sky Bet Championship. Thoughts? Well, obviously, I've been covering it since it's been Sky Bet, so I would have to go with Sky Bet. So Will Backinson be in the squad? Jeff, I think he might start tomorrow. Sammy Morsey is suspended for 4 games, so I think you might see a Backinson start. Joe Allen is coming on, so I don't know whether Stoke are going to change shape. Probably. When do I think it should go back up to the Championship? You're assuming they're going to. Hopefully in the next 3 years. Be nice, wouldn't it? Thoughts on the Ivan Toney situation? I don't know what that is. Would you like to see Darby v Ipswich in League One if Darby are relegated? Yes, on the basis that Ipswich have got one of the luckiest records in world football at Derby Stadium. The amount of years we went there and won 1-0 without ever playing. Well, I remember one of those victories. We scored the muggiest goal where the ball didn't even hit the net and then defended for the next 80 minutes or whatever. So, yeah, I've got no problem playing Derby. But, of course, I don't wish relegation on anyone. Big Val to last the season. Well, we know what the standard is, Mike, don't we? Darren Moore for West Brom was fired after playing Ipswich, funnily enough. He was 9 points away from the playoffs, and I'd be guessing with probably 7 or 8 games to go. So that's the number, isn't it? 9-10 points away at any time with around 15-10 games to go. And Big Val's in hot water, isn't he? What else have we got? Larger percentage TV money from the Prem needs to be distributed. Even if it's not a larger percentage, Smoggy, it just needs to be evened out how it's distributed. That's the thing. It's, there's a load of money coming down into the league, but when 3 teams get 45 million quid, and then the teams that go to year 2 of it, although most of them get promoted now, don't they? Get, what do they get the second year? 32. And then if they get to the 3rd year, they get 15. By the way, everyone else has got 7 the whole time. So half even the 3rd year. And of course, we've talked about this a million times. I get it that it would be pretty cataclysmic with the cliff edge, but we just got to remove the cliff edges, haven't we? Easier said than done. Here comes Sorba Thomas down the right. There's the cross to the back post, looking for the hero and villain of the day, Josh Karoma. It is Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. We're into the second half. Let me give you the teams real quick. For Huddersfield, Nichols, Turton, Pearson, Lees, Toffolo, Karoma, O'Brien, Hogg, Thomas, Sinani, Ward. For Stoke, Bonham, Wilmot, Jagielka, Harwood, Bellis, Timon, Baker, Thompson, Campbell, Vrancic, Philogene, Bidas and Fletcher. Although, did Joe Allen come on? Let me check my picture. Is he on? I think he is, yeah. Who's come off then? Thompson? I think Thompson's come off and Allen has come on. Sorry, someone will correct me on that nice and quickly. Before we get into the second half, have a look down at the ticker. We got a new partner here, Jim Vintage Clothing, jimvintage-.com. You can get some sustainable streetwear from recycled materials or organic cotton, free delivery and returns from the website, jim-vintage.com. Easy payment. You can use ClearPay or Klarna. I am getting sent something at some point. Here comes Campbell down the right. Campbell crosses in, left-footed, headed away. Hoodies, sweats, joggers, T-shirts, caps, and bags. We're going to do a giveaway, but in the meantime, if you head over to jim-vintage.com and type in BBFC space Jan, the month January at checkout, you get 15% off. Jim-vintage.com. Sorry, jim-vintage.com. Go and get involved over there. Fletcher coming down the right-hand side, feeds it in, and Baker picks it up. Thanks as ever to Betfair and Football 365. If we check in with our friends at Betfair, right now at the start of this second half, let's see if we can find you some value. If you want to spice up the rest of your watching of this second half, don't worry, you're not missing anything in the game. Sorry, my bad. Wrong screen. Too much going on. There we go. Huddersfield, as you can imagine, with a 1-0 lead. 3-1 on. Stoke 10-1. Remember, I said it now. 10-1 for Stoke to win this next goal. Huddersfield 13-10. Stoke 4-6. So Huddersfield favourites over at betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford, for God's sake. Don't bet more than you can afford. That's very silly. BeGambleAware.org, 18 plus only. Right, so we get back into the game. Someone's going to ask for a timestamp. I will do one imminently. I'm at 48:42. Have we done all our housekeeping, guys? Apologies. Keep your comments coming in. I've been babbling along, plugging stuff for the last few minutes. Right, here comes your timestamp. We're going to be at 49 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. There it is, 49. I'm watching on Sky Sports main event on a TV feed. If you're watching on Now TV, Smart TV or Sky Go, you may be behind. So do get yourself lined up. Right, there we go. Evening, One Rovers Vlogs. Welcome along. Stop it, Claire. Stop it. I'm forgotten about referee Ward. He's going to have a good second half, I promise. Couldn't get any worse, could it? Hey? It's getting better all the time. Harwood Bellis. Timon. Harwood Bellis. Back to Timon. He's going to have to go home, is he? Or up the line? Takes a little nick off Sorba Thomas, does it? Timon not happy with the width offered to him there. And I was wrong. It is going to be a Huddersfield throw. Sinani knocks that one back off to Turton. Gavin, you legend. Gavin, I think we're going to see you on the Patreon roundtable, aren't we? £5 super chat. Yeah, good luck to Blackburn tomorrow. Good luck to you boys tomorrow, Gavin. May the best team win, I'm obliged to say. Leaving my bias at the door. £5 super chat. Thanks, Gav. Hopefully we'll catch up on the roundtable and I'll chat to you then. If you want to get involved over on Patreon, people like Gavin, John's been in the chat. We've had Anne here. For goodness sake, we even let him in. And his propensity to wind everybody up. No, we love Annie. On the roundtable shows, get involved. patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you again to Gavin. Woof. Big clearance there. And Joe Allen has been penalised by referee Ward. Joe Allen's probably more wound up than the players because he would have been sat on the bench in the first half, wouldn't he? Whilst they were getting to look at the footage of a couple of decisions that I must stop mentioning because I'm verging on obsession now, aren't I? Again, Huddersfield fans, if you're watching, it's not your fault. No one's having a go. Sorry, that was. I'm actually going to agree with Annie for once. That was slander. That was complete slanderous, and I besmirched Annie's good name. I besmirched his honour. I defamed him, and I apologise. It's a public apology from me. That's a rarity. Stop piling in on referee Ward. Larry, is that Greg, you hero? Who did Joe Allen play for before? Swansea? Liverpool? Who else? Can someone do all Joe Allen's clubs? Larry's a good friend of mine, actually. Good guy. Throw in to Stoke. I got it. Look, this is what the chat's saying. This is not me obsessing over it, but there are some more comments on referee Ward. Okay, I'll put them up so you can prove it's not me. There we go. Greg, we must meet up. We said we were going to, but then there was a pandemic, didn't we? So we must meet up. You can meet my daughter. How about that, hey? I'll WhatsApp you. Shanked forward there by Tom Lees. Nat. See, look, Nat's son talks a lot of sense, doesn't he? Hey, how is your son, Nat, by the way? Fill us in. Obviously very smart if he thinks Ipswich are winning tomorrow. Here is Hogg. Pearson. Lees. Karoma. Now, does anybody know, with the Karoma foul, being he didn't get booked, he might get a retrospective ban for that, mightn't he? Does it work like that? Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to see you do your Brian May run. Private joke. Shouldn't do it in the middle of the stream. Please hit the like button, everybody. That would be tremendous. Actually, can we do a live subscriber count? I want to get to 20,500. That'd be tremendous. We were very close, weren't we? 20,496. Surely we've got 4 people who haven't subscribed yet. Hit the subscribe button as you're watching, and make sure you hit the like button. Get our lovely stream up the rankings. So Philogene Bidas, Baker, Campbell wanted the 1-2, but Timmins done really well. Great turn as well in the box. There's a foul there. Listen to these words. Referee Ward plays a good advantage. How about that? And a foul right in front of the dugout by Baker. Oh, beg your pardon. That wasn't Tim, and that was Wilmot. My mistake. Brilliant turn, by the way. Runs into the box. Does the old see Cristiano Ronaldo do that? I think it does actually hit Lee's hand, and I think his arm's his arm rather is not in an unnatural position there. He tries to turn. It's in line with the body. There's no silhouette. So I know we've piled in on referee Ward tonight, but the lesser of two evils, that penalty call, I think. Fletcher tries to feed that one through to Campbell. It's a throw-in to Huddersfield. I think retrospective is only if the ref didn't see the incident, but appears he was looking right at it. I really hope he didn't see the incident. I really hope he didn't. There we go. Hit the like button, friends. Absolutely. Mario Vrancic is down. Harry Toffolo is with him. I believe they are both former Norwich players. Well, I know Vrancic is. Toffolo used to play for Norwich years ago, didn't he? I want to see that handball call again. I'm pretty happy that his arm wasn't in an unnatural position, but I'd like to see it again. He turned that way, so you're looking for the arm to be there, aren't you? Well, although we've seen them given when they're there, so I suppose he does well. A penalty there is the least Ward can do to repay Stoke. Actually, that's a fair point. We're all waiting for the make-up call, aren't we? Michael O'Neill is calling everyone over. He's saying, if you go near the box, go down, you'll get a pen. Oh, Nick Powell is coming on, which I think we would all agree increases Stoke's goal-scoring threat, doesn't it? Good player, Nick Powell. Had some troubles with injuries. They're now working him back into the first-team picture. Mario Vrancic doesn't look good, poor fella. He's got his hand across his face. The stretcher is out. Nick Powell, a excellent player, arriving late and basically then becoming a second striker. Michael O'Neill, who has not had the best of luck tonight, let's just say. Looks on. Vrancic has refused the stretcher, which is something. He usually scores against us, says Stephen. Well, there you go. I'm trying to figure out Vrancic's injury by his limp. Which leg is he not putting weight on there? The right leg, by the look of it. He's got... Take the stretcher, Mario, for goodness sake. Don't make it worse. There you go. Swansea, Wrexham, Liverpool, Stoke. That's Joe Allen's clubs, by the way. Oh, if anyone has got any good examples of that game where you stick a player's clubs up, stick a couple in there. Don't fill the chat with them, but stick a couple in there. I'll put them on the screen. I like that game. So obviously you do what Coleman's just done, but I don't know why I'm covering it up on my screen. You don't write Joe Allen there. Oldest son will have a full year of clear scans in February. Brilliant stuff, Nat. Great to hear. Cleared forward to Fletcher. Lovely little nod off by Fletcher to Philogene Bidas, who's tried a Hollywood switch of play. It's better than a Hollywood switch of play. It's an effective one. Good ball, that. Baker holds it up. Wilmot. Baker. Baker crossing from deep. Fletcher's there. And Philogene Bidas falls over on the back post. No good. There you go. There's one. Who can get it? West Brom, Coventry, Villa, Wolves. Who can get it? Who's played for... Is it Cyril Regis, Matthew? He played for all those clubs, did he? I don't know. Can anyone get that one? I've got to jump off that because Alex has done a super chat. You're legend, Alex. Thank you. Been too long. You're very welcome here. Have a beer on me. I'm on the water trying to streamline my gut. Do you think Forest will beat Baggies to the playoffs? They might both get in, mightn't they? I don't know, Alex. Hard one to call that one. Let us know your thoughts. Was I right? Tremendous. Blackpool, Derby, Huddersfield, Stoke. Anyone get that one? Blackpool and Derby makes me think of Richard Keogh. But it's not, is it? Because he didn't play for Stoke. Anyone get that one? Oh, I've just seen the answer in the chat. It's Tom Ince, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let's do a couple more. I think I know which Burley goal machine that one is, Sam. Charlton, Liverpool, Blackpool, Swansea, Newcastle. I know who that is. Central midfielder. Bald head. Yeah? Have I got it? Villa, Watford, Huddersfield. Villa, Watford, Huddersfield. Villa, Watford makes me think of Ashley Young, but that's the other way around. No, I'm not getting that one. Villa, Watford, Huddersfield. Chris Hogg? Playing tonight. Is it a trick question? There we go. Anyway. Campbell trying to get away in the box. I know who that one is, Kenny. I'll leave that one to the chat. Powell slips it down the line. Pearson shepherds it out fairly enough. And looks like Jacob Brown is coming on. I think I need to click that button. There we go. That was definitely Danny Welbeck, wasn't it? We could literally do hours of that just as a quiz. By the way, when I was a young man, we used to have the football yearbook. And we used to play that on the coach to the away games. Unbelievable scenes. Anyone get that one? Bristol City, Swansea, Villa. Bristol City, Swansea, Villa, plus two more that gives it away. Is it Tom Carroll? Is it? Is it going to be QPR Ipswich, Sam? Have I got it? Woof. Stephen Fletcher's coming out. Jacob Brown is coming in. Crikey. Oh, I know that. Yeah, he's literally just signed for Millwall, hasn't he? I've got that one. Here is Harwood Bellis, Jagielka. There we go. Someone's got it at last. I think we all know that one, don't we? One of the greats. That has got to be... Is that not Brucey? But the clubs are in the wrong order. Oh, no. Brucey played for Gillingham. I don't know who that one is. Here is Karoma down the left. Oh, come on. I've got to get this one. Birmingham to Man United. Sheffield United and Norwich. No, I'm struggling with that one. Powell. Slid inside to Jagielka. What's the answer to this one? Oh, it was Brucey, was it? Didn't he play for Gillingham? Right, sorry. This is too much fun, hey? I need to focus on the game. I'm too competitive. I want to get them all right. Maybe we need to do that at half-time. Good game, though. Get them all prepped. Ewan, Ben, I have a long-term illness. I live in a care home. Watching your programs on YouTube helps me pass the time of day. Stops me getting... Well, get in there, Ewan. We're great to be part of your day. Thank you very, very kindly. And check in anytime. You're very welcome here, my friend. Powell tries to slide it in to Jacob Brown, who's up top. Let me just recap these subs because I was too busy playing the games and not doing my job properly then. So, Joe Allen came in. Stoke have actually made all three already, haven't they? Joe Allen came in for Jordan Thompson. Remember, Thompson had been booked, hadn't he? Campbell comes in off the left here, switches it to Timon. Philogene Bidas. Powell came in for Vrancic, who was injured. Powell's wearing 25. And Jacob Brown came in for Steve Fletcher. That's probably just freshening up the legs. And Stoke have won a corner, 66-28 on the clock. Huddersfield still lead 1-0 after a controversial first half. Corner comes into the back post. All kinds of wrestling going on. To be fair to referee Ward there, and I will try to be, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other there for sure. I wanted to do that one. I know who that is. Who's your daddy, hey? Tottenham, Newcastle, Birmingham. Tottenham, Newcastle, Birmingham. Oh, no. Who was that Nigerian striker? Obviously, he didn't play for Tottenham, did he? Played for Birmingham and Newcastle. Stephen Clements, did he play for Newcastle? Oh, I don't remember. No, I'm struggling from that one. I've interviewed that guy, Adrian. You can stick another Ipswich on the end as well. Oh, Pearson giveaway. Here's Powell now. High turnover here. Baker hits the shot, deflected straight into the arms of Lee Nichols. Oh, it did take a deflection, actually. Lees went in to close it down. Now, his arms were in an unnatural position there. Didn't hit them, fortunately. For his sake, that is. He wasn't in the box anyway. Looks like Nichols is injured, actually. Where's he feeling there? Bottom of his foot? Or is it his ankle? How on earth has he just injured himself? Dwayne Holmes was getting ready to come on. Are we going to need a goalkeeper sub? No, he's okay. So I think Dwayne Holmes is going to go on in a little bit. 68-54. You've got to give Corberon, the boss. He's got a bit of the Bielsa's about him, hasn't he? Very intense guy on the bench is Carlos Corberon. He's doing a good job, isn't he? It's a throw-in down the right to Stoke. Did Dwayne Holmes come on? Can't see him. His pal, nice little poke through. Oh, and Brown can't quite get a hold of it. Maybe I've done Powell a bit of a disservice when he came on. I said very good at getting on the end of stuff, but he's been quite creative actually. Here's Philogene Bidas. Gets it nicked off him, but it's launched forward in the end in Stoke's favour. Here he is again now. Philogene Bidas pokes it past his man. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. It's a good cross as well to the near post. Headed away by Brown. Philogene Bidas knocks it back inside. Powell crosses in. Stoke are playing well now, aren't they? To be fair, they have thrown a load of attackers on, haven't they? That's not necessarily fair, is it? They've still got the same sort of balance. Brown in for Fletcher. Powell has made a difference, hasn't he? He's picked up those positions. Vrancic was quite quiet, wasn't he? Holmes is about to come on for Huddersfield. Corner to Stoke. In it goes. Headed away. Allen. They've recycled it out to the right. That's Wilmot. Campbell, edge of the box. Wants a shot with the left foot deflected. Easy for Nichols. There's one for Sorba Thomas to chase. And he's quick. He's not that quick. But he pops it out for a throw-in instead of a goal kick. Not sure what difference that will make, but, well, it's going to make zero difference because it's going to be a sub anyway. Josh Koroma goes off. Fairly controversial figure in this game. I think we all agree, had there been VAR in this game, he would have been red carded. And then, of course, he scored. But he's now going off. So Josh Koroma is done. And Dwayne Holmes comes on. Ex-Derby guy. I think, is that the first sub for Huddersfield? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, so Corberon still has two up his sleeve. Well, I say that. He's just brought Jordan Rhodes in for Danny Ward. Rhodes wearing 9. Not the force he was, but if you give him a big chance in between the posts, he'll probably stick it in the goal. Am I covering Birmingham? What can I tell you about Lyle Taylor? Is he any good? I think he's good. He's got good physicality. Brilliant penalty taker. Bit of a house, but should score goals for most championship teams, really. Do I remember the first game I ever went to? Yes. Steve Bull was playing for Wolves. I think we've had this discussion before. I think you're above the level you play as a league player. I missed the first bit of that, Greg. If you're Joe Allen, first choice national player, do you A, think you're above the level, or B, think it's going to come up? He's typing it. Do you think we'll see the return of what Ryan from the second tier was called in Sexy Stoke? Now, I think anyone who knows my friend Ryan will know I cannot be held responsible for anything that man says. He's very capable of his own thoughts. B, yes, I'm punching above my weight. I think he's on a nice little contract, isn't he, at Stoke? I think he's about where he should be, isn't he? Where did I predict Stoke to finish? Gavin, I think I stuck him straight in the middle this year because I keep getting it wrong with Stoke. Chris, Stoke well on top this half. Huddersfield have done nothing. Reminds me of their game versus Coventry. Here is Sorba Thomas. Oh, brilliant skill by Thomas. Drills it in low. Oh, it's sort of palmed out. And Dwayne Holmes was arriving and he heads it over the bar. How difficult was that header? It's a nice bit of play that by Huddersfield. Switch of play. They get Rhodes underneath it. Thomas completely just had Timon on toast, didn't he? Cross deflected back. It is quite a difficult header to be. It's a nutmeg as well. Filthy from Sorba Thomas. And it's just rising up at him. But if you can just control that header, it's pretty much an open goal. Here come Stoke down the right now. Wilmot drives into the box, hits the shot. Good header clear by Pearson. A bit of defending that. Jagielka, nice turn by Baker. Great play by Baker. Drives on. Dinks the cross into the back stick. Oh, we put too much on that cross. He did the first bit beautifully there, but it's over the head of Philogene Bidas. And I think Tyrese Campbell was arriving on the back post. Alistair, late to the party. What are the standout points in the Huddersfield on top on merit? Anyone want to tell him what happened in the first half? Huddersfield got a bit lucky with a couple of decisions in the first half. But that's not their fault. And Stoke coming on strong. Well, reasonably strong now. In fact, it's quite open actually now. It's a pretty good game. Pretty good. Let's check in with our lovely friends over at Betfair, just on what Alistair was saying. So Huddersfield, as you can imagine, hot favourites. 11-2 on to win this one. Do you like that? Stoke 30-1. Anybody fancy it? Bang, bang. 30-1, 4-1 on the draw. Next goal, Stoke 3-1, Huddersfield 7-2. So Stoke ever so slight favourites to score the next goal. 4-1 for the draw, 30-1 Stoke, or are you safe? 11-2 on for Huddersfield. Betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. Be gamble aware.org. Only bet what you can afford. You're an umpty if you don't. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. 77 minutes on the clock. Keep your comments coming in, you lot. Brilliant stuff. Alan, out of contract at the end of the season. Well, there you go. That goes back to Greg's comment. He may be experiencing the highest wage he will ever get for the rest of his life right now. Powell, Timon, Philogene Bidas, Powell. Powell's played well since he's come on. Round the corner there from Timon. Philogene Bidas. Allen's into the box. Allen tries to cross low. Good defending. All given away. Philogene Bidas. Oh, he's hit the post. Really good strike. Campbell. It's blocked. Fed back in. And Brown. And you have to say that is a deserved Equaliser by Stoke. Absolutely peppered the goal in that attack there. Jacob Brown with a really good finish. They previously hit the post and then had one blocked, and Stoke get the equaliser. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. We're getting more tomfoolery in the goal, delaying the restart. And Jacob Brown has got the equaliser. They were really unlucky not to score earlier in the move there. Allen went into the box. It's a bad mistake, actually. As Pearson knocks it straight out to Philogene Bidas. He hits the post. It's a brilliant block from O'Brien and Campbell. It's a great finish by Brown. Absolutely stings that one into the top corner, doesn't he? How unlucky was Philogene Bidas, though? It's a brilliant block by O'Brien. He's unlucky. It's actually a very clever assist by Ben Wilmot, isn't it? Just to knock it across. That's a great finish, isn't it? Just flips it up, half volley, and smashed into the top corner. 30-1, anybody? You ain't getting that now, put it that way. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. And looks like, is that Daniel Sinani has gone off? Sub by Huddersfield. I didn't see who came on. And Stoke, probably deservedly, have got the equaliser. Here you go, Stephen. Thank you, sir. He's a happy chappy after that one. Scott Hyers come on. He normally plays in midfield, so we might get some kind of front two. Thank you very, very much, Stephen, on the super chat there. We'll see where Scott High drops in, and Stoke are coming again, aren't they? Cleared away by Pearson, and it's all the way down the ground. It's going to be out for a Stoke throw-in. What number is Scott High wearing? Anybody? Should drop into midfield, which may leave Rhodes up front on his Todd, or in a front two. Lee Nichols has been booked. I don't know if Tyrese Campbell got booked as well. Yeah, they both got a yellow card for that nonsense when the goal was scored. I assume Nichols was booked for delaying the restart, and presumably Campbell shoved him. Was just going to put a tenner on a draw. There you go. All we can do is tell you what's going on there. We'll check in again with Betfair before the end of the game, which is in 9 minutes' time. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. And honestly, Stoke are the more likely winners here. Here's Campbell coming down the left. Campbell into the box. Knocked back to Baker. His cross deflects. Where's that going to land? It's going to come back out. Oh, Baker and Campbell kind of leave it for each other there. Baker, nice turn. Campbell, 10 stuff this now. Campbell, edge of the box. Oh, great play by Campbell. Switches it out to Powell. Powell's got an overlapper here. Although Powell, it's a bit of a weak shot in the end. Tried to curl it in at the far post. Worth. Quick reminder to hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching. Follow on Twitter and on Facebook. We're live on all the platforms, but most importantly, subscribe on YouTube. We got any closer to 20,500? Oh, Powell has played that down to Philogene Bidas down the left-hand side. Engages his man into the box. Oh, great feet. In comes the cross, stings it across the box. He is a really fine dribbler, Philogene Bidas. End product is the thing people will always question. We're 2 off 20,500 now, guys. Lewis O'Brien caught Jacob Brown. Bad timing, Rob. That's all I can say, my brother. Bad timing. O'Brien has gone in the book. Can we all agree referee Ward's been all right in the second half? After a bit of a hopeless first half. We hope this is not more injury problems for Stoke City. Look at that strike by Brown. Just showing it in slow-mo. Absolutely drills that one into the top corner. Let's just see how things have changed since that equaliser's gone in. Remember, we did offer you Stoke at 30-1 about 5 minutes ago. They're now 11-2. The draw is now 4-1 on. We offered it to you at 4-1, wasn't it? Goodness me, Huddersfield into 7-1. Now they were 11-2-1. I hope you didn't go on that one. If you did, never mind. Please gamble responsibly. That's what's going on at betfair.com. At the moment, chat's prediction on the 3 teams coming up from League One and down to League One. Yeah, get involved in that in the chat. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1, 84-20 on the clock. Decent game this. Entertaining, a bit controversial in the first half. I think perhaps Michael O'Neill, we said that bench looked good and he used it to good effect in the second half. Hospital ball there by Alan, but they've gotten away with it. Dave, you legend. £10 super chat from Dave. You can see he's a Watford fan. Hope the family are good. See you next season. He's not confident with Mr. Hodgson in charge. Thanks, Dave. Very, very kind. And Dave, if you remember last year, he sponsored our watch-alongs, didn't he? So great to see you, Dave, and good luck to Roy the boy. As it stands, which will it be a better point for, Ben? Oh, good question. As it stands right now, before the game ends, probably Huddersfield, because Stoke have looked strong in the second half, haven't they? Generally speaking, though, you think Huddersfield are punching, and you think, Stoke, when you've seen some financial information, really want to get in those playoffs, don't they? So, it depends on what angle. But right now, to take the question completely literally, it's probably a better point for Huddersfield because Stoke have been good, especially since Powell came on. And obviously Brown, the other sub, scored the goal, didn't he? Uh, 86-12 on the clock. Please hit the like button. If you are enjoying the show. Be a great draw. Buy us on full view. There's a few fans saying that, Dave. You're not the only one. There you go. Everyone sees Huddersfield, rightly so, because they're literally the marker, aren't they? Are they still in 6th with a draw, by the way? I think they are, aren't they? So there's a lot of teams that will obviously like to see Huddersfield drop points. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. Yeah. Because they're the marker to get in the playoffs at the moment, aren't they? Sorba Thomas's class. Yeah, very, very good pickup, wasn't it? Big boot down the ground. Has that been announced? Is that official, Annie? Lampard to Everton? I'll talk about that at the end if it is. I need to see him holding a shirt, though, before I dare talk about it. Brown, Campbell, Baker, Powell, just blocked out there by Pearson. Tierman, that's a nice idea, actually. They slid it through, but Brown wasn't quite on his wavelength, the goal scorer. Nick Powell has had a big impact on the game. 100% he has. Totally agree. That was the key, probably turning point, wasn't it? Not saying he's entirely responsible for it, but you could probably put the mark down when he comes on. Thomas tries to play it through there, looking for high. Stoke are much the better side now, aren't they? They want the game to go on another 10 minutes, but it's not going to. Good run by Timon. Brilliant play. And gets the cross in. Oh, is he going to win that back? Oh, he nearly did. I thought Scott High chased him back, was going to leave himself in lots and lots of bother there. Interesting. So Lampard is back by the sounds of it at Everton. Good job for him, that, isn't it? Holmes comes forward. Allen tackles him. Here's O'Brien, edge of the box. O'Brien, Turton, Thomas. Thomas, nice looking cross, looking for Rhodes. That looked like a foul, but nothing given by referee Ward. Bit heavy there, the challenge by Rhodes in the box. Has he given it in the end? Did he let an advantage go? I'm going to say it again. Good refereeing by referee Ward there. £150 for 5 yellows in today's game. Yeah, Pearson and Fisher. They were terrible, those two, weren't they? 30 yellows between the two of them per season, wasn't it? Stoke free kick, 89-35. Powell plays Diag, looking for Campbell. Good turn by Jordan Rhodes there. Look at him rolling back the years there, Rhodes. Beautiful. Hogg. Turton. Pearson. Huddersfield had just improved the last 2 minutes. So I had it nailed on that if there was going to be another goal, it'd be Stoke. And nodded clear. Lampard to inherit mess. Strong rumours, but not confirmed. We'll keep our eyes on that. I'll be on tomorrow for the Saturday Super Stream, so maybe we'll talk about it then. Doesn't Jody Morris have a managerial job? Don't think so. Did he not interview for MK Dons? I don't recall. Up and down, my opinion. You'd have a better read on that than me, Dave, in the Prem. How many teams are going to have any type of little run between now and the end of the season? It's been such a low tide down there. Right, we're into stoppage time. There are 7 minutes of stoppage time. Woof. Why is that? Vrancic got hurt, didn't he? What other injuries have there been for there to be 7 minutes? Timon, oh, goodness. Who was that? It was completely clear. It was Lewis Baker, I think, on the right-hand side, and Timon didn't spot him. Damn. O'Brien. Pinged down the line. Oh, nice switch by O'Brien. Here's Dwayne Holmes. Right-hand corner of the box. Holmes. Ooh. Brown slid in there on the edge of the box. This is good from Huddersfield. O'Brien. Toffolo crosses in. All half cleared. Sorba Thomas. Thomas crosses to the back post. There's nobody there. Allen could have left that. He heads it back into danger. Oh, high. Not bad effort, that. Tried to curl it to the far corner. Think Joe Allen would have had egg on his face there. Headed that back into danger when he could. Probably left it for whoever that was behind him, Ben Wilmot. Easy gather in the end for the keeper. But if he just gets a bit more lift on that shot, keeper's not in a desirable position at all. O'Brien slides that one up the line. Jagielka clears it out. Throw in Huddersfield, who are finishing fairly strongly. I said a few minutes before full time, Stoke will want this to go another 10 minutes. Well, it has, but I was wrong about that. Huddersfield are coming strong now. Hogg. Oh, nice squeeze through. Here's Holmes again. Holmes knocks it back. Toffolo. Toffolo cross deflected corner. Huddersfield, how about that? Remember, Huddersfield are good at set plays. I don't know what the numbers are now, but for a lot of the season, they've led for most set play goals. I don't know if anyone can look that up, if anyone can get on who scored in the next 10 seconds before they take this corner. They're certainly up there anyway. Looks like Stoke have prepared for this one, where they all stand on the back post. And some of them are going to move. We've seen this corner before from Huddersfield. Some of them are not as well. So we don't know where this corner is going to drop. Let's see. In it goes, and it didn't get past the near post. O'Brien tries to follow it up. Pearson's still in there, and Stoke come away with it. And is that going to fall for Powell? And they could have a really good counter here. Or if they play their cards right now, Stoke. Oh, Brown too slow. He needed to turn to his right, and he turned to his left. And look behind you. We could all see he was coming. The defensive covering player there. Excuse me, I didn't know who it was. And the tackle was made. Brown has been flattened there by Dwayne Holmes. I think that's going to be a Stoke free kick, in fact. So this will go up into the box. 94.50 on the clock now. So Jacob Brown has been named man of the match on Sky. How about that? He only came on in the 64th minute. Not sure about that myself, but Jacob Brown, man of the match. Scored a great goal. Right, free kick Stoke. Can they get first contact? In it comes, whipped around the back. Oh, nearly fell for Powell. Couldn't quite control it. And here comes Sorba Thomas, who's a great ball carrier. Joe Allen slides in, and no foul has been given. Sorba Thomas thought that was a foul, didn't he? Was it? Let's have a look. It looks all right to me. I think referee Ward called that one correct. Who's my man of the match? No idea. Actually, pass. If it's going to be a sub, it's probably Powell. Well, that was a great goal by Brown. Philogene Bidas to Powell. Well, Powell slips through the gap. Can he knock this on? Oh, he just held on to that too long again. Brown's into the box. Brown hits a shot deflected and gathered by Nichols. Here is Toffolo. Toffolo goes long looking for Rhodes. Cleared away. 35 seconds left of normal time. Timon slides it to Philogene Bidas just on halfway. It looks for all the world now like this is ending 1-1. Jagielka boots it down the middle. Nice header clear by Tom Lees, and Hogg knocks it back. Last phase of play of the game, this. 5 seconds normal time to go. Stoke have actually picked it back up now. And referee Ward blows the full-time whistle. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. Corberon and O'Neill shake hands. O'Neill applauds the travelling Stoke fans. Goals in this game by Josh Koroma and Jacob Brown. Controversial first half. Referee Ward didn't have the best time, it has to be said. I can only imagine he didn't see Josh Koroma's tackle, because if he had, or if there'd been VAR, he probably would have been red carded. Then, of course, Koroma, who else, scores a deflected opening goal into the second, well, not even into the second half. Referee Ward then missed a pretty blatant penalty call, Tom Lees on Tyrese Campbell. Mike O'Neill has just told referee Ward all about it. Second half, Stoke come on strong, use the bench well. Allen, Powell and Brown came on. Powell particularly impactful, and then Brown got the goal. 1-1 in the end. And I guess in terms of the controversy in the first half, it's probably a good thing Stoke didn't lose in the end, isn't it? Because you know what the narrative would have been had they. Jacob Brown goes ahead and applauds the away supporters. It was a great goal by Brown to equalise. Let's have a look. We won't do the numbers. We'll just have a quick look at the league table. Huddersfield are in 6th still, but could be overtaken by either or both Nottingham Forest and Borough. They both play tomorrow, don't they? I don't think... No, Forest play Sunday against Cardiff, don't they? Stoke are in 11th, but could be overtaken by Sheffield United, Preston or Blackpool this weekend. Let's have a look at some comments before we go. That's true, Callum, isn't it? He's totally right there. 2 teams in that sort of squidgy inside-outside playoff mix, both dropped points, haven't they? Was that table not updated? 11 of the 38. I don't know whether that's been updated then. So pass. I think those are still the positions, though. If they're not, then Stoke would be... Yeah, Stoke should be on 39 points if they haven't updated. Pass. Sofa score. There's always a ghost in the machine there and Sofa score at the end. Anything else here? JGL was immense for a Darby. Well, Ridley, if only someone had done a video on Championship defences today to discuss this. Check it out. Check it out indeed. Right, thank you everybody for watching. Let's just read Chris's comment there. Lucky lead for Huddersfield at half-time. Thought their second performance was lazy. Let Stoke get well on top. Then even last 15. Only third away draw for Stoke. If you are putting a nice thank you and a shout out, I'll stick it up in the advert at the end of the screen. Thanks as ever to Betfair, Football 365, all of our sponsors there. Stephen helping out his son Luca to sponsor us. We had super chats. Can't remember, we had loads of super chats. Thank you to everyone who's super chatted and everyone who's got involved in the comments tonight. We will be back for the Saturday super stream tomorrow. We'll either go 2:30 start and just cover the 3 p.m.s, or I don't know, if there's a bit more time, I might start at 2 and catch the end of the 2 p.m. kickoff. You let me know what you want to see. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1. Controversy in the first half, but a point shared, probably thankfully, mercifully at the end. And it's a big over and out from me. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.